The second example for the importance of using the right language comes from my very first job. I was a fishing guide at the age of 15 in Northwest Ontario, Canada. Actually, I wasn't a fishing guide initially. I was a camp laborer, and that's where the story comes from. When I arrived, it was a fly-in fishing camp. And when I got off the pontoon plane, the Norseman, there was Dutch, the foreman, and Barney, the owner of the camp, waiting for me. And they greeted me, and they gave me some basics about where my cabin was. But then they were ready for me to get to work because they had created plans over the summer for a brand new dock. And Dutch and I were going to take that project on here, my first day at camp. And Barney said, "Okay, Dutch, you got your work crew. We've got the plans. Let's get to it." And as Barney turned away, Dutch said, "Yeah, Barney, but we all know the devil is in the details." And Barney stopped and he turned around and he looked at Dutch, and I could tell that this was going to be something important by the expression and the posture that he took on. And he said, "No, Dutch, we've been the successful camp that we've been," and it was a very successful camp. Barney was Businessman of the Year in the 60s in Ontario, and his fishing camp was identified as one of the top 5 fishing camps in all of Canada. So he'd been very successful as a camp operator. And he said, "Dutch, our success has come not from a devil is in the details approach, but a God is in the details approach." And he said that with such passion and with such certainty that I said, I'm going to spend the summer not just learning how to guide on those waters, but also learning what he meant by that. Why was that so important to him? And what I came to understand was that what it meant to him was, when you have people coming up to stay at your fishing camp for 3 or 4 days, you got a lot of inches and minutes of service and of care that you have to provide. And his God is in the details approach was to just inform as many of those inches and minutes with the most generous spirit that he possibly could, to always err on the side of giving, providing, delivering more for his guests. That was his God is in the details approach to building such a successful camp. A devil is in the details approach means that you're just going to try to get rid of, just try to make your way through all these inches and minutes, right? Just try to treat it like bureaucratic, administrative stuff that you need to finish up. The God is in the details approach directs you towards, at least incrementally, towards taking an approach where you're going to inform all those details with your best creative thinking and your most entrepreneurial behavior, and maybe you have 100 victories every day when you do that.